Fourth page, we're gonna do a colored pencil technique page. So this is good practice. Even if you've done something like this before, you can always improve upon your blending skills. So what you're gonna do here is you'll see that there's R, R-O, O, Y-O, and those are the colors. So red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, green, blue, violet, blue, and then violet. So you're gonna start by creating this spectrum, this color spectrum where it slowly blends from one into the next. So you'll start with, and I'll go into fast motion here in a minute, but just to show you what I mean. You're gonna start with your red, and when you get to the red-orange part, you're gonna kind of let your red fade away by going lighter on your pencil. You're like kind of lifting up on your pencil as you go, so it's getting really light. And then you can go ahead and darken in the red part because you want that to be a true red. So go over that red again, and then I'm gonna have it, see how it kind of gets lighter as it goes, crisscrosses over into that red-orange. And then I'll take my orange, and right over the O, I'm gonna have it be nice, a true orange, nice and dark orange. But then as I kind of color over here, I'm gonna lighten up my colored pencil so it kind of fades into that one. All right, so I'm gonna go into a time lapse here, but you're gonna see how I transition from red into orange, into yellow, into green, into blue, to the violet. And then right down here, I'm gonna do the same thing with red and green, have them blend in the middle, orange and blue blend in the middle, yellow and violet blend in the middle, and then I'll go ahead and work on these down here. On the bottom, you're going to shade each one of these spheres in the color that they're asking you to do, but you're going to use your chart here to kind of guide you on how to color it. So for my red sphere, I'm going to use this is color temperature guide. I'm going to use this part. Wherever there's a shadow, it's usually cooler, and then wherever it's a highlight, it's usually warmer. So if our shadow is down here, then that means the light is hitting from this direction. That means this side of my sphere should be warm, and this side of my sphere should be cool. So, and then right in the middle, I can kind of have my color. So right here would be kind of the red. In fact, I can lightly color my whole ball red right now if I want to. And then I can go and use my cooler colors, so blue and purple, for the bottom of my sphere, closer. And when I'm coloring, I'm kind of doing little loop-de-loops, if that kind of helps you. Instead of lines, I'm doing loop-de-loops. And then for the top, it's warmer, so I can use a yellow or an orange. So I think I might use orange right here, and then yellow right up by the highlight. And there's more than one way to do this, certainly, but this can kind of be a good guide for you. And then on the bottom, the shadow should be a cool color, like a blue or a violet. And this is, like I said, this is really simplifying all of the technical stuff that you could be learning here, but that's kind of how we're gonna do it. So with each of these spheres here, I'm gonna reference the color temperature to kind of help me with that. So you could reference these things, but I don't know, this one's giving me trouble because it's saying that a cool is a yellow-orange, which I disagree with. So if you were shading it, this orange one, what I would do is I would either actually put a red or even a blue down on the bottom of this sphere to make it look more like a shadow. Because if we put yellow down here, it's not gonna appear like a shadow, it's gonna appear more like a highlight. So I'll show you what I mean here. So I'm using red because part of orange is red and yellow. So the red is the darker of the two, so I'm gonna put that down there. And then if I have the yellow up on top as a highlight, because yellow is a pretty warm color, then it's gonna appear more like a highlight instead of a shadow. There, so it's kind of the exception. That one's kind of bugging me that says it's a cool color. So I disagree. Anyway, most of the rest of them should work okay though. It's more the orange that's a little tricky. For some reason, they're calling a cool orange a yellow orange. So when you're all done, yours should look something like this. It might not be perfect, but you should be evidence that you really tried. And I just want to mention the complementary colors, they're opposites on the color wheel. So when you mix them together, they're going to make a neutral or like a brownish, grayish color. And that can actually be a really wonderful color if you're trying to make a natural tone, like you're coloring in a horse or you're making bark on a tree. So keep that in mind, that mixing opposites can be really nice if you're trying to make that kind of neutral color that loses some intensity.